Right. Okay, guys. Good evening and welcome back. Let's start the class. Today I'm going to take your presentations and you know the guidelines. So minimum 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes. Right. Hope you will explain something. Don't be afraid. Just relax and tell the things. I'll give the comments. Understand? Okay, guys. Don't be afraid. Just if you need the support, tell me. I can share your presentations or anything. Or without presentations, you can tell any. Right? Okay. So I think we finished the Nalanda College papers. Am I correct? Yes. And the other thing, this Thursday, I'm going to continue the thing. And sometimes, since we need to finish the things earlier, my plan is to take your next concern your next paper revision class as a theory class. ඊළඟ Tuesday මම කරන්න ඉන්නේ theory class එක. Next Tuesday paper revision time එකේ තේරෙනවා නම් දාන්න බලන්න thumbs up. Right? ඒකට හේතුව එතකොට then we can finish the syllabus because all the things we have done we finished the first term test papers as well, right? Okay, I'll tell you in the paper revision class, right? Okay, now when it comes to your presentations, let's start with the presentation first topic, right? Definition of business, business objective. Who is going to present? Raise your hands. Anyone? I think no, right? Absent. And දුන්නද මේ කාට හරි දුන්නා නම් raise hand එකක් දාන්න. Right. So Minoli, right? Okay. So definition of business, business objective, right? You are going to present it, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just wait. Now you're going to present something, or without the presentations, you're just going to tell it.
I'm presenting a presentation.
All right. Okay. Right. Okay, new student, you can contact me after the class. So Pasan, you are very bad. What happened? You see? Right. Okay. So now I'm going to give you the time. Wait, I'm going to assign you as a co-host, and I'm going to spotlight you. Okay, is it fine? Right? You can present.
Yes, sir.
Fine here now. So you can take your time, right? Yeah. Over to you. You can share whatever you want. Yes. Just wait. Still sharing. Your thing is about business and the business objectives, right? Okay. Others listen to
Yes,
the
sir.
things and give your comments, right? Okay. Over to you.
Good evening, everybody. Today I'm here to present a presentation about business and business objectives. So the content of this presentation, first of all, I'm going to talk about what a business is. Then I will give you some more information on the platform of business. After that, I will talk about the business objective and also some additional information on business objectives. So, first of all, let's talk about the topic business. So, we all know that there are many businesses all around the world. Of course, we can approximately we can know the number of businesses which are started each day, which is like 130,000 each day. But also the number of businesses which are closing each day is nearly as the same number of the number of the businesses which are started each day. In the past, we all know that there was a barter system. The people who were engaged in this barter system were either producers or consumers who fulfilled their needs through business. So, because of that, business was given and immense importance in the past world and also in the modern world. What is a business? A business is an economic activity which manufactures of different goods and services in order to fulfill needs, and needs is called as a business. So a business is mostly done in a manner with profit. Hence they are called as for-profit businesses. But there are some businesses that do not gain profit, which are commonly conducted by the government. They are called as not-for-profit businesses. Businesses can be commercial, industrial, or any other type. There are four main types of businesses, namely sole proprietorships, partnerships, limited liability companies, and corporations. Now, I will talk about the ways how to be successful in businesses. First of all, we have to identify our mission and vision. Then, by creating goals and a solid business plan, we can be successful in a business. We should have a strong team around us. And then we have to be able to make standard products for the business. Implementing marketing strategies is also important in being successful in business. Building a strong, adaptable brand is also important. But the most important of all of these is having a good and accurate business objective. So now let's talk about business objectives. Business objectives. Every business has a specific objective or set of specific objectives that needs to be achieved. Earning profits and increasing customer satisfaction are the most important of them all. But additionally, the business should also focus on objectives such as increasing quality of goods and services, generating employment opportunities, and also employee welfare. Business objectives. First of all, I'm going to be talking about the two main business objectives, which are earning profits and increasing customer satisfaction. Profit earning objective is essential for a business because it has to pay a sufficient return of amount of money to the owners for their investment. Increasing customer satisfaction. The survival of a business depends on how it satisfies the needs and wants of its customer. If it does not satisfy, the business can be broken down at any time. So we have to keep a main goal in increasing the customer satisfaction. A business will be succeeded mainly by the use of business objectives. We have to be careful to work in a way that there's no harm on the business objectives. So finally, I thank you all for listening to my presentation. And I also thank you, my dear sir, for giving me an opportunity to share the information I have learned in this class.
Right. Okay. Well done. Nice. Give a clap. Well done. Superb. Right. Just stay here. And can you please share it? Then I can give the comments regarding the, because I'm giving comments. Okay, so overall, it's a nice presentation, and the way you present it is really nice, and we learn a lot because I gave you a small topic about the business and the business objectives, right? Sometimes some guys think so it's too hard to topic, it's too hard to discuss only few things within 3 minutes because those things are in the textbooks are really smaller. Am I clear to you guys? Only few things are available in the textbook, but you search many things in the Google and prepare a presentation. Overall, the presentation pattern and the way you think presented are the things and are really good. So what I want to tell you, few things to highlight. You exceeded the time. You can see in my screen, your times is up. I told you minimum 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes. If I give the timeline, you can't exceed the timeline. understand. One thing why university के lectures කරද්දී කරන විදියට තමයි මම මේ practice කරන්නේ. time exceed කරොත් ලකුණු කපනවා. මම එහෙම ඉතින් කපන්නේ නැහැ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ පාවුනේ තාම චුට්ටි, right? Okay. And the other thing what I want to tell you, okay, let's go to the first slide please, right? So now in here the things included are really nice. The things are this is the content, it's really good. When you are doing a presentation you need to have the content, it's really nice, I appreciate it. Let's go to the other one. Then you discuss about a glimpse at the topic business. Now this is about a business, quick start, what is a business and many things. It's really nice, you just explain about business, but I want to tell you, when we are preparing a presentations, we don't include much things in the presentation. Am I clear? We just use only few things in the slide, understand, right? We don't include many things in a slide.
Yes, sir.
Easy creative, like sentences, paragraphs and many things. When it comes to university presentations, you just put the things in point form and explain in detail more than the things in the presentation. You explain the things more than in the presentation, but in this slide there are many things, understand. It's too lazy to discuss for us to read, understand. But overall the thing is really nice. Let's go to the other slide. Then you discuss about yeah, next slide please. So and the other thing, when it comes to the professional presentations, avoid using many animations. You can use animations but only 1 2, understand, because it takes time to move. So okay, but you can use 1 2, but more than that just ignore it, right? So the definition is really nice, simple, and the things is included on it's really right, really appreciate it. Let's go to the others. Turn on the videos and wait please. Then you can see in here about there are different kinds of businesses. You know, she explained many things about the business and profit and not for profit, and types of, there are in your level there are 8 types of business. Out of that she included 4 things when it comes to profit motive things, right? Let's go to the other slide. Then the way of successful in business, like just this, I think this is an addition thing than the textbook. Am I clear? These things are not in the textbook, and you included additional things. It's really good. So let's go to the other thing. Then discuss about the business objectives. In here also, things in the slide is in detail. You know, to summarize it, but you explain it well. Let's go to the other thing. And she explained about the 2 main objectives about the business objectives. And next slide. And there are 3 sub objectives as well. Can you remember, right? 2 main objectives. I think you haven't discussed about the 3 sub objectives, so you could include it as well, right? Okay, it's okay. So overall I
Exactly.
appreciate your effort, and your the way presented is really nice, right? So you have sacrificed some time to do the presentation. Let's give a clap again. Well done, right? Okay, so let's go to the other one. Just light ආගෙන ඉන්න ඕන කට්ටිය ඈ. Right. So then the other one, needs wants and comparison. Who got the presentation topic? Raise your hand. Anyone? Is there anyone who got the second topic? I think no, right? Absent. Sneha, are you there? Sneha? No. Right? Then Kristen? Kristen, are you there? Can you hear me? Yes? Oh no, I think she's here. I don't know whether you can hear me or not. Factors of production. If you're ready, let me know. I'll give you the other one. Vagisha absent. Editor. There, right? Can you hear me? Yes, right? Okay, I'll give the time. You can discuss about stakeholders and their objectives and contribution. Are you ready? Are you going to present something? Or
Presenting presentations.
okay, I'm going to add you this way. Yeah, you can present this way. Stakeholders and their objectives, right? Stakeholders, objectives, and the contribution. Yeah. Are you having a signal issue? No, right? You can share.
Sir, can you give me 1 minute so I can present?
Yeah, yeah, okay, it's fine. Take your time. Till that, shall we move to the another one? Dylan? No. Dylan? Right. Then, once you're ready, tell me, right, editor? Okay, I'll give the time. It's okay. You can get ready and tell me. Topic සම්වෙච්ච නැතිය ඉන්නවා. රේසන් එකක් දාන්න බලන්න topic සම්වෙච්ච නැතිය. නෑනේ.
No, I'm ready, sir.
Now ready? Ah, okay. You can start. Right? Yeah. Still, I think it's loading, right? Once you're ready, you can start. Yeah.
Sir, you can see the screen, right?
Yeah, we can see the screen. You can start.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about stakeholder objectives and contributions. So in this part, we are going to discuss who are stakeholders, examples for stakeholders, differences between stakeholder objectives and stakeholder contributions, stakeholder objectives and contributions.
Continue.
Sir,
Can continue.
First of all, we need to identify who are stakeholders. Stakeholders are individuals, groups, or organizations that have a vested interest in or are affected by the actions and outcomes of a company or projects. Examples for stakeholders are owners, managers, employees, workers, customers and suppliers, financial institutions, government or the state, competitors, community, and the future investors.
Your concerns I shall leave. So if you are a new student, just listen to the presentation. Then you can have a clear idea about the past lesson, right? Don't leave. Okay, you can continue.
Now, let's discuss differences between stakeholder objectives and stakeholder contribution. In the stakeholder objectives, they emphasize what stakeholder want to receive or achieve. When we discuss that in stakeholder contributions, they emphasize what stakeholders provide or give the organization. In stakeholder objectives, the desired outcomes or goal that different stakeholder groups aim to achieve from their relationship with a business or project. These objectives are driven by their interest and expectations. Stakeholder contribution are the resources, efforts, or inputs that different stakeholder groups provide to a business or project. Examples for stakeholder objectives are shareholders, employees, customers, and etc. Examples for stakeholder contributions are shareholders, capital investment, employees, and customers, suppliers, and etc. Now, let's discuss stakeholder objectives and contribution. Owners' objectives are security of investment, earning a sufficient profit, growth of the business, operation in future. And owners' contribution are contribution adequate capital, supervising business activities. Managers' objectives are taking decisions required to achieve the objectives, implement those decisions, and etc. Their contribution are taking correct decisions, skills, and empathize, implementing business plan appropriately. Employees' objective are receiving a fair wage or a salary to inquire whether one's employment is secure. Their contribution are professional skills, increase in the productivity of labor. Customers' objectives are obtaining products at a reasonable price and updating quality products. Their contributions are opinion and suggestions, loyalty, revenue from purchase of goods and services. When we talk about suppliers, their objectives are securing order continuously and obtaining money without any delay. And their contribution are supplying quality raw materials continuously, supplying raw materials in time, and etc. In financial institutions, their objective is collecting loans and advances given. Their contribution are technical monitoring, fair treatment, and offer trading. In the government, their objective are collecting taxes due, generating employment opportunities, and etc. Their contribution are developing infrastructure, develop market and economic of the country. Competitors' objectives are determine the price of own products and to face competition. Their contribution are fair competition, collective action on common issues. When we talk about community, their objective is analyzing whether business activity are conducted in an environmental friendly manner. Their contribution are skilled labor, social and economic infrastructure. And the last one, future investors, their objective is taking decision on investment, and their contribution is invest to the business. And this is the end of my presentation. Hope you learned something. Thank you.
Right, okay. Well done. Really nice. Give a clap, everyone. So, really nice. Give a clap, right? Okay. So let's discuss about the presentation. Can you share it again? I'll give the comments regarding the presentation. And I think I gave the topic of business, sorry, stakeholder objectives and the contributions. Am I correct? Yes, right. So now when it comes to the way you presented is really nice. The way you presented, I mean the pattern also. Can you share it again from the beginning? Right, then I can give. The way you presented is really nice, and your speed is also okay, average. And the other thing, like, but the thing is, you exceeded the time. You can see in here, right? So more than 5 minutes, right? You need to in line with the time, right? And when it comes to your presentation outline, is also really nice. I think you use the Canva or something. I don't know what is the source you used.
No, sir, when I like searching for presentation app, I found that the thing called Visme, like,
All
like
right. A new part, right? So it's really good. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Editor. Right. So in the first slide, you discuss about the outline, and you explain about your presentation path. Right. It's really good. We go to the other one. Let's go to the other one. And in here, you discuss about stakeholder, simple definition in here, and you explain is it as it is in here, but you can add more things. You could add more things rather than about this one, right? Okay, it's good. Let's go to the other one. Then after that, next slide, you discuss about different examples for stakeholders, and the way you presented it is also really good. Let's go to the other part. And in this slide, the details are much. Okay, you could reduce it because there are many more details. So you explain about what is the term called business stakeholder objectives, and what is the term called stakeholder contributions, correct? Right, you discussed about the difference between it, but the details are much in detail. You could reduce it, but it's okay. The objective means they emphasize what stakeholder want to receive or achieve. Contributions means they emphasize what stakeholder provide or give to the organization. So then the detailed one is objective means the stakeholder objectives are the desired outcomes or the goals that different stakeholder groups to achieve from their uh, relationship with a business or a project. So stakeholder contributions are the resources effort and input that different stakeholder groups provide the business or project. Okay, I think you extracted this from the Google. It's okay. I think very good. I think in addition to the textbook, right? So let's go to the other slide. So textbook එකේ තියෙන හැම අකුරක්ම මම අවුරුදු 6ක් අතත් තිස්සේ උගන්නලා මට දැන් ඒක අටපාඩම්. තේරුණාද? ඒකට දැන් textbook එකට addition දෙයක් තියෙනවා නම් මට කියන්න පුළුවන් මේක addition. Right? Because then I can imagine you search many things from the Google. Is it clear to you? Send me a thumbs up, turn on the videos and wait. Right? So let's go to the other slide. I think this is about stakeholder objectives and contributions. He separately mentioned what are the stakeholder objectives and contributions with regard to owner, manager, employee, and customer. I think this is the thing I gave in the tutorial, right? Similar to that. So it's really good. Let's go to the other one. Then next one, supplier, financial institutions, government, competitor, community, and future investors. I think everything uh, he explained well. Let's go to the other one. I think it's the end, right? Okay. So overall, it's really good, and you avoid using many animations. I think I couldn't see animation. Good, and there are some slides with in detail, but better you could reduce it. But many slides are with less number of things. I mean, many slides are with like simple things. It's really good, and sometimes your gap is higher. I think sometimes because of the connection. I think in first 2-3 slides I saw a small. I heard like some gaps. Understand, when you are presenting the presentation, there should not that like you like not allowed to be silent during the time you need to present, and you exceed the time. Other than that, I think, yeah, I think you're having a signal issue. Right, okay. So I think other than that, everything is perfect. Give a clap. Well done. Nice. So thank you. Right. අද මම ගොඩක් දේවල් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා කට්ටිය. Right. Then after that, then I think මේගොල්ලෝ නැද්ද අපේ ක්‍රිස්ටන් ස්නේහා දිලන් නැද්ද ඒගොල්ලෝ වගීෂ නෑනේ. If you're ready, let me know. Right. Then Sahasrika, I think, are you there? Shall I share your presentation? I think you send it to me, right? I think this is the presentation. Sahasrika, can you hear me? Yes. Oh no. Sahasrika, can you hear me? Right. Okay. If you're ready, I can give you the time. I think you asked me to share the presentation. I can share. I'll give. Yeah. Once you're ready, let me know. Then Risindu. Economic. Are you ready? Global and economic. Economic and global environment. Right. Only two. Clear? I gave only about economic and the global environment. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sahasrika, no issue. Once you're ready, let me know. If you're having a signal issue, you can do it next. Okay. Right. Just wait. Yeah, I'll give you the chance. Yes. If you need, you can share. Just wait till I tell you. Right. Just yeah, you can. There's a thing called, yeah. Okay, you can start.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to be presenting economic and global environment.
Use the arrow key. Then you can move to the other slide, right? Share the presentation. Use the arrow keys, right? Yeah.
In the grade 10 business and accounting studies textbook simply defines the economic environment as economic factors that affect businesses. But according to the report from BDC, defines it as the term economic environment refers to all the external economic factors that influence buying habits of customers and businesses and therefore affects the performance of a company. These factors are beyond a company's control, and those factors can be divided into two: macroeconomic factors, large scale; microeconomic factors, small scale. And macroeconomic factors are unemployment rates, inflation, interest rates, GDP growth, taxes, exchange rates, customer dysentery income, retail sales, international trade, environmental factors. And microeconomic factors are competitors, demand, market size, suppliers, supply, distribution chain, availability of employees, availability of investors, media and community. And global environment, according to International Business Environment, refers the global environment as the surroundings in which the international companies conduct their businesses, encompassing factors like political stability, economic conditions, cultural norms, and legal frameworks. Globalization is the process that shapes the global environment. Key factors are economic, technological, political, social, legal, and environmental factors. Economic includes economic growth, inflation, interest rates, exchange rates, and trade policies. Technological factors includes innovation in technology, automation, and communication. Political includes government regulations, policy, political stability, and international relations. Social includes cultural values, demographics, and customer preferences. Legal includes laws, regulations, and international agreements. Environmental includes natural disasters, climate changes, and environmental regulations. Positive and negative impacts of global environment. Positive impacts are possibility to obtain latest technology, possibility to obtain quality raw materials from abroad, possibility to obtain efficient machines, inflow of foreign capital, possibility to find foreign markets for domestic goods and services. Negative impacts are creating a highly competitive environment, domestic skilled workers migrating to foreign countries, instability of the existence of domestic businesses, negative changes on the local culture. Understanding and adapting to the global environment is crucial for the businesses to identify opportunities and threats. And examples for them are develop effective strategies, make informed decisions, gain a competitive advantage. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Right. Okay. Well done. Really nice. So give a clap. Right. So I think you didn't exceed the time. I think still you are having like 12 seconds more. Right. Okay. Very good. And can you share the presentation again? I'll give the comment. Right. Let's start from the beginning. So I think I gave the topics of economic and the global environment. Right. So let's start with the first slide. Right. You can use the arrow keys. Move to the first slide. Yeah. So now in here, now what is the term called 10, grade 10, right? Economic and global environment, right? Okay, let's move to the first slide. So in the first slide, I heard the term about the economic environment. What is the term called BDC? What it stands for? You don't know?
It's a website.
Sorry?
Website.
Yeah, it's a website. Okay, right. So economic means the term economic environment refers all to the external economic factors that influence buying habits of consumers and businesses, therefore affect the performance of a company. Okay, so it's really good. And economic, the simple definition is about economic factors that affect the business, but it's according to the grade 10 business account and accounting studies book, right? So these factors are beyond the company's control, right? Okay. Let's go to the other slide. Now, those factors can be divided into two, macro and micro. Now, when it comes to economic, it's not in the textbook. I think you search more things from the Google, right? I think it's addition to the textbook. So there are two types of economics, microeconomics and the macroeconomics. As for me, during my university time, So these are the hardest subjects for me, right? So microeconomics and macroeconomics. In first year, I failed microeconomics subject. I got a C minus, right? So I got 4 A's and 1 C minus for microeconomic subjects, right? So then I again wrote the subject because as for me, economics are hard for hardest subject for me, right? So microeconomics discuss about the small things, right? Small scale. Macroeconomics discuss about the large scale. Okay, let's go to the other slide. So these are the things, macroeconomic factors, right? Unemployment rate, inflation, interest rate, GDP, taxes, exchange rate. GDP stand for gross domestic production, right? Customers discretionary income. What is the term of customers discretionary income? You are presenting something, you are liable for the things. You need to explain if I ask something, right? So you are responsible for everything you are presenting, right? So retail sale, international trade, and environment factors. Really good. These are the things addition to the textbook. Okay, let's go to the other slide. Macro means competitors, demand, market size, suppliers, supply, the distribution chain, availability of employees, investors, media, and community. Okay, let's go to the other slide. Then you discuss about global environment. So now simply the globalization according to the textbook, better you could include it as well. You know, the mutual relationship among countries in terms of social, economic, and cultural dimensions. Can you remember, guys? That is the definition in the grade 10 textbook about the global environment. So globalization is the process that shapes the global environment. Okay, let's go to the other slide. Key factors, these are the things related to the global environment, right? Global environment key factors. Okay, so economic, technological, political, social, legal, and environment, right? These are the things about the, now you know, globalization means mutual relationship among countries in terms of social, economic, and cultural dimensions, right? So these are the dimensions you can see in here, right? Very good. So let's go to the other slide. Then you can see positive and negative impacts of the global environment. I think these are the things in the textbook. Can you remember, right? What are the positive impacts of globalization? Possibility to obtain latest technology, possibility to obtain quality raw materials from abroad, possibility to obtain effective machines, inflow of foreign capital, possibility to find foreign markets, domestic goods and services. Very good. Let's go to the other slide. Then you can see the negative impacts of the globalization, creating a highly competitive environment. Domestic skilled workers migrate to foreign countries. Instability of the existence of domestic businesses. Negative changes on the local culture. Really good, right? So let's go to the other slide. I think that is the end, right? Now, I think he discussed about when we understand about the external environment, which means economic and global, like those things, we can identify opportunities and threats according to the SWOT analysis. Can you remember, guys? Right? It's also really good. Let's go to the other slide. Yeah, that is the end. So overall, it's a good presentation. I appreciate your effort, and the way you presented is really nice. I think your voice is really good because I had many students who like the present who presented like you, right? So I think sometimes you can be a good news presenter, right? And the other thing, what I want to tell you, I'm going to highlight few things, and you when you are presenting, you refer notes. So any other things when you are presenting, you can't see anything to give your own presentations, and you didn't exceed the time. It's really good. And the other things, you just discuss the things in the slide better. You can explain more than the things in the slide. Understand? Your slide, you included only few things in the slide. It's really good. There are no any in detail things, so and it's also really appreciated. But the other thing, you better, you can if you can explain more than the things in the slide. And the other things, though your flow is good, but there I couldn't see any content in this presentation. And the other thing, what I want to tell you, sometimes your color balancing is not good, right? So there are like some things. But overall, I appreciate your effort and you searched many things from the Google. Give a clap. Well done, right? Okay. ඔක්කොම කියන්නේ plus things minus things දෙකම කියනවා here guys හැමෝටම එහෙමයි right good things and the bad things not only the good things right okay so very good now let's go to the other one Yadev are you ready yeah you can start you can share just wait uh, I think Yadev going to discuss about the SWOT analysis, right? Yeah. So just wait. Yadev, you can share. I think there's a thing called, yeah, just wait. Don't start. I'll tell you to start, right? Class. So yeah, you can start.
Good evening, everybody. So today I'm going to talk about the SWOT analysis. So the content of the presentation is SWOT means what? About strength, about weakness, about opportunities, about threats. Within bracket, those are related to the business. So, SWOT stands in S letter in strength, and W stands for weakness. O stands for opportunity and T stands for threat. So let's talk about this strength. So strength of business are used to develop a business in a good manner. Availability of adequate capital. Yes, actually there's availability of adequate capital. Experience of managers. Yes, actually it's a strength for a business that they have many experience of managers. So the specialized production methods. Yes, there are many specialized production methods for strength. Having a recognized brand name is a main strength of a business. So weaknesses. Weakness of a business can be identified by studying the external environment, limited financial capability of owners. So it's a type of weakness. Scarcity of trained workers. Yeah, it's a weakness. Negative attitudes towards the workers. That's a very biggest weakness of a business. So let's talk about opportunities. Opportunities to achieve growth in a business and take necessary steps to minimize the weaknesses and threat of a business is known as opportunities. So the first opportunity is change in the lifestyles of consumers. So it can change the lifestyles of consumers. Providing tax incentives for business. Designing new cities. So if they have an ability to design, so they will design new cities as an opportunities. Constructing highways, so they can construct highways as an opportunities. So threat. Let's talk about threats. So threat of a business can lose the development because if any threat occurred inside a business, new competitors enter into a business. It is a threat. Natural disasters, imposition of internal trade embargo, difficulties in adapting new technological methods. So this is the end of the presentation. I hope you have learned about the SWOT analysis, and I thank you very sincere who told us to organize a creative presentation. A big applause to Mr. Heshan sir. So thank you very much, sir, to giving this opportunity. So thank you.
Right, okay, well done. Give a clap. I think he finished sharply at 5 minutes, right? Okay, well done, and I appreciate your effort, right? So give a clap. Let's go to the slides. I'll explain one by one. Right? Let's start from the beginning. Aman,
Recording stopped.
you can start. So,
Recording in progress.
yes, let's start from the beginning. Right. So now when it comes to the presentation, he discussed about SWOT analysis. It's related to the second lesson, business environment. Let's go to the first slide, please. And there are many animations I saw, right? I saw many animations. Better you could avoid using many animations, right? Okay. When it comes to professional presentations, we use only few animations, right? So the content is really good, and you explain about the things in the your presentation, and it's really simple and nice. The outline is also really good, right? Go to the other side. And what is the term called, this annual review at last, the latter part? I think you could remove it, right?
It seems always see presentation.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a font actually.
Yeah, phone, right? So when we are extracting a presentation, you need to remove it, right? Okay, it's okay. So let's go to the other one. Then first of all, you discuss about uh, what SWOT analysis stands for, the first, right? Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Let's go to the other slide. Then you discuss about what is the term called strength. Turn on the videos and wait, guys. Strength are the what are the strengths? Availability of adequate capital, experienced manager, specialized production methods, having a recognized brand name, right? Very good. Then weaknesses. Yeah, weaknesses. Let's go to the other slide. Weaknesses of a business can be defined as studying the external environment, limited financial capital, and scarcity of trained workers, right? Negative attitudes toward the workers, right? So the headline should be come first, right? And you explain things more than in the slide. I heard many things more than in the slide. It's really good. So then the opportunities you can see. This is the definition for opportunities, and changes in the lifestyle of consumers, providing tax incentives for the business, designing new cities, constructing highways. Pretty good. Let's go to the other slide. Then threats, threats means loss of the development of a business if any threat occurred inside of it. I think you extracted the definition from the Google, right? Not in the textbook.
It's my own.
All right. Okay, very good. So you can see new competitors enter into the business, natural disasters, right? Likewise, the threats you can see in here, right? Let's go to the other things. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, imposition of international trade embargo. Difficulties in adopting new technology, it is a threat. Knowledge of the new technology not being updated, it is a weakness, right? Go to the other slide. Yeah, yeah, I can see myself as well, right? Okay, so overall it's a good presentation, and few things to highlight. Better you could avoid use, and the things in the slides are really simple, right? And you didn't include in detail like sentences, right? So this is how the presentation should be. And other thing, you can add more than the things in the textbook, like what are the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, examples, but you added definitions not in the textbook. And yeah, so sometimes you can discuss many things than the textbook. In the Google you can see many things regarding the SWOT analysis, but overall I appreciate your effort. The way you presented is nice. Okay, give a clap, right? Okay, well done. So right. Right. Then Umandi, are you there? Yeah, Umandi is here, right? Umandi going to discuss about business organization, definition and categorization. Yes, right. Over to you.
So I'm going to share our presentation.
Yeah, you can share. You can share. Take your time, no hurry. Others, are you there? What do you think about the session? I think it's really good, right? Send me a thumbs up because it's a kind of a knowledge sharing, right? Others, new students, you can add the things. Send me a thumbs up. ඒක තමයි presentation කරන එකේ වාසි. ඔයාට පුළුවන් අලුතෙන් ආපු අයට දේවල් ඔයාගේ knowledge එකට add කරගන්න. ඒ වගේම අනිත් අයට බලන්න මතක නැත්නම් ඒවා මතක් වෙනවා. ඒක තමයි මම අවුරුදු ගාණක් තිස්සේ මේ presentation දෙන්නේ. ළමයි මට වැඩි හොඳට උගන්වන්න ඉන්නවා. right? අවදා හරි හොඳ ටීචර්ස්ලා වෙයි බලමු, right? Let's see. I think it takes time. No hurry. Yeah, you can start.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the business organizations and the categorization of business organizations. So can I check the presentation again? It's not good, I think.
Yeah, okay. You go, what you are going to do? Sorry? Yeah, you can continue. You can continue. It's okay.
Okay, sir. So when we take a business organization, what is a business organization actually? So different types of business organizations are established in order to fulfill the needs and wants of people. A business organization generally consists of an individual or a group of individuals working together to produce goods and services required to fulfill human needs and wants. So when we take business organizations, basically it is a special part of the society which provides goods and services required to fulfill human needs and wants. So these business organizations are categorized into several parts. The main three parts that it is categorized into is based on the ownership, based on the objective, and based on the scale. So when we take the first one, categorization of business organizations based on the ownership, it is divided into two parts as private sector business organizations and public sector business organizations. So some of the examples for private sector business organizations are sole proprietorships, partnerships, incorporated companies, cooperative societies, and other associations. And the next part of this business organization is public sector business organizations. So some of the examples are departments, state corporations, and state companies. When we take the other topic, categorizing business organization based on the scale, it is categorized into two main parts as for-profit businesses and not-for-profit businesses. These both categories are divided into two parts each as private sector business organizations and public sector business organizations. The examples for the private sector business organizations for the business for profit are sole proprietorships, partnerships, and incorporated companies. The example for the public sector business organizations are only state companies. And when we take the businesses, not-for-profit businesses, the private sector business organizations are cooperative societies and other associations, and public sector business organizations are state corporations and departments. And the other part that it is categorized into is based on the scale. So it depends on different criteria. The criteria are as follows: amount of capital invested in a business, number of employees, amount of energy used, and market share of the business. So it is categorized into two parts as small and medium scale businesses and large scale businesses. When we take small and medium scale businesses, an example for it is business employing less than 25 employees according to census and statistics departments are considered as small and medium scale businesses. And when we take large scale businesses, an example for it is a factory employing a large number of workers. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Okay, well done. Really nice. Give a clap, right? Okay, really good. Let's start from the beginning. I'll give the comments. Can you share it again? Right. So let's start with the beginning. Really good. And I'll give the comments, right? Okay. Move to the first slide. Yeah. So business organizations and the categorization, I gave the topic of to discuss about what is a business organization and what are the categorizations of business organization. In here, you can see the definition. Business types of different types of organizations are established in order to fulfill the needs and wants of people. Business organizations generally consist of an individual or group of individuals working together to produce goods and services to fulfill human needs and wants. Right? The definition is good, but better you could like present it separately. Right? So the definition is in the second line. Right? Am I correct? Right? Okay. It's okay. Very good. Let's go to the other slide. Then after that, next slide. Yeah, you can move to the next slide. Can you hear me, guys? Just right. Yeah, he's having a connection issue, right? Mandi, are you there? She lost the connection, right? Okay, she will be back. So I think she did the things in line in the time, right? So Mandi is here, right? Yeah, you can share it again. You can share it again. Yeah. If you're having a matter, you can share it. I'll share. You can send me the presentation. Yeah, just give a try again. Right? Others, turn on the videos and wait. So Sahasrika, are you going to present or still having the matter? Right, okay, let's go to the other slide. Yeah. First slide, I think we discussed. You can go to the next slide, third slide. Yeah, we discussed about this. Let's go to the other one. Yeah. So, there are three bases. We categorize the business organization based on the ownership, based on the objective, and based on the scale. You can see the three things in here. Let's go to the other slide. Really good. So, you can see in here, according to the ownership, we categorize as private sector and public sector. You can see profit mode, private sector things, sole proprietorship, partnership, incorporated companies, cooperative societies, and the associations. You can see the things related to the public sector, state departments, state corporations, and the state companies, right? Let's go to the other slide. Then we based on the scale we categorize as based on the scale. It's not the scale, based on the motive, right? Based on the motive we categorize as profit motive and the not for profit. It says as a scale, right? It's not for the scale, it's for the motive, right? So you can see both the categorization are divided into private sector and public sector. Example, for the private sector businesses of you can see the example for the private sector businesses for profit motive are sole proprietorship, partnership, incorporated companies. Likewise, the examples for the public sector businesses for profit motive are only state corporations. Likewise, you can see the things in here. Let's go to the other slide. Then based on the scale we categorize as using small and medium scale and the large scale. We use different criterias, right? Amount of capital investors, number of employees, energy use, and market share. Really good. Let's go to the other slide. Right, okay, that is then overall the way you present it is nice and your effort is highly appreciated. So few things to highlight, and you didn't exceed the time. I think it's good. And the other thing, the way sometimes there are in detail things, right? So for the categorization, better you can use some charts. We categorize into two: private sector, public sector. Then it's much clear than the things, right? And the other thing, in the slides you can see like the slide there is some artwork, right? So the artwork reduce your space. What artwork in Niha Deval use karanna bad, right?
Sir, I inserted them, but when it comes to sharing the screen, it didn't show up.
It didn't show. All right, okay. So that is the thing. I think so. Like, don't use artworks in the slide background, because when you use artworks, So the details in the slide will be like smaller, right? When sometimes the best thing is use white background with the black words and the other color words, the plain backgrounds, right? So like some small back artwork things, then you can add more things in the slide. Is it clear to you guys? Right? Hope it's clear to you, right? Okay, overall, I appreciate your effort and the way you presented is nice and you are in line with the time. Okay, give a clap again, right? Well done. Thank you. So now let's go to the other one. So I think Sahasrika having a signal issue. Are you going to share? Oh, still the signal issue, right? So then, Kisari, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Kisari, right? I'll give the time. Okay, you can share. So just wait. I'll assign you as a co-host. Now I think you are a co-host, right? So we are going to discuss about sole proprietorship business, right? Yeah, you can share. Just wait. Yeah, you can start.
Hello everyone. Today I am going to present you about sole proprietorship. Now let's see the content. First I am going to discuss about what is sole proprietorship. Then business ownership and percentage of sole proprietorship in worldwide. And examples for sole proprietorship. Starting a sole proprietorship. Characteristics of sole proprietorship. Advantages of sole proprietorship. Disadvantages of sole proprietorship. Liability and legal personality. Registration of sole proprietorship. There are so many business organizations like sole proprietorship, partnership, and etc. Now I am going to discuss about sole proprietorship belong to business organizations. What is sole proprietorship? Sole proprietorship is a business owned by an individual. It is the simplest business structure, has roots in the earliest forms of trade and commerce, where individuals operated business independently with no legal distinction between the owners and the business. It is the perfect ownership for low-risk small businesses. Sole proprietorship is the common type of business organizations in almost all the countries in the world. What is business ownership? Business ownership is the structure that determines who owns an organization. Every business has at least one owner with the legal right to dictate how the company operates. There is a pie chart about business ownership. Then we can see that sole proprietorship is the most common business organization in the worldwide. Examples for sole proprietorships. Many restaurants, barber shops, flower shops, dog kennels, local groceries and stores, freelance writers, digital marketers, web developers, graphic designers, business consultants, and many more. Next, I am going to discuss about how to start a sole proprietorship. We have 8 steps, basic steps. Decide on your business name, file DBA with appropriate local government, obtain necessary permits and license, obtain employer identification number. Now let's see recommended steps. Open separate business bank account, obtain liability and other insurance. If requiring, comply to hiring laws, contracts for suppliers. Now let's see the characteristics of a sole proprietorship. Capital is provided by a single person who is the owner. No legal personality. Not mandatory to register. Unlimited liability of the owner. Not continuous existence. Ability to take decisions alone. Profit and losses to be borne alone. Controlling is doing by the owner. An owner has opportunity to discontinue business and anytime he requires. Now let's see the advantages of sole proprietorship business. Convenient to start, all profits belong to owner, independent decision making, and privacy of business information is secured. Ability to use own skills at the best. Now let's see the disadvantages of sole proprietorship business. Unlimited liability, difficulty in raising capital, no continuous existence, no legal personality, individual decisions of owner can be unsuccessful. About unlimited liability, the owner of sole proprietorship is also known as sole proprietor. He invests on sole proprietorship business and debit inquired by the company is from banks like third-party lender, and the owner is personally liable to the company's debts. Liability and legal personality. Liability. When winding up a business, the total assets aren't adequate to settle the total liabilities. How owner liable to the rest of the amount? Social sole proprietorship has unlimited liability. Legal personality. It refers as capability of having legal rights and duties to a business within certain legal system. Sole proprietorship has no legal personality. Registration of a sole proprietorship. When there is a different name other than the full name of the owner, it is mandatory to register the name of the business. The business should be registered within 14 days of commence. The act of registering sole proprietorship is Business Name Ordinance number 6 of 1980. The authorized officer is Registrar of the respective provincial council, and the office is Provincial Council. Application forms are application form to register the business name and application form to obtain required report from Gram Nirdhari regarding the registration and submission to the Divisional Secretarial Office with prescribed fee. Steps to register a sole proprietorship business. Obtaining the relevant application from the Divisional Secretariat, producing one's NIC. Filling the application forms, producing the completed application to the Divisional Secretariat within 14 days of commencement. If the required qualifications have been fulfilled, the business registration certificate is issued by the Divisional Secretariat. Advantages of registering the business name. Provide an identity and recognition. Provides an ownership of the business name. Provides a qualification to obtain incentives given by the government. Now we can see a certificate of registration of an individual business. And other advantage is easy to obtain loans. And this is the end. Thank you for all to listening.
Okay, really good. Well, nice. Right? Give a clap. Okay, so well done. Uh, okay, I think within a shorter period of time, we learn a lot, understand about this sole proprietorship. Shall we move to the first slide? I think the ending part is also good. The Pink Panther is there, right? Okay. So let's go to the okay. So let's go to the other first slide. Yeah. Can you start with the first slide? Right. So right. So I'll give the comments from the first slide. Now when it comes to the content, I think you included many things, and there is in detail full discussion regarding the uh, sole proprietorship. Overall, the way you presented and the things included are really good, and but you exceeded the time. I think you got around like 7 or 8 minutes, right? So you exceeded the time, and other things I'll give the comments when I'm telling to you. So now when it comes to the content, okay, let's start from the here. You can see the content. So I think she discussed about 8 types of subcategories in the sole proprietorship. I think she covered every part in the sole proprietorship, right? Okay. First of all, let's go to the first slide. Yeah, next slide. So you can see in the next slide. So among the 8 types of business organizations, she discussed about sole proprietorship. Okay, let's go to the other slide. Then you can see in here, in the world there are owned by, so sole proprietorship means owned by an individual. But in this slide there are like uh, three definitions of the things, like with more details, right? Better you could use shorter things to present, right? Okay, okay. Let's go to the other slide. Then he discuss about, in the business world, there are most of the businesses are in the form of sole proprietorship, around like 73%, right? How you extracted this one from the Google, right? So in addition thing, yeah, let's go to the other slide. So you can see the examples: restaurants, barber shop, flower shop, likewise many things, right? Okay, with many pictures, really good. Let's go to the other slide. So I think this is the startup process, right? So in addition thing than the textbook, right? Very good. Let's go to the other slide. Better you could avoid using many animations, right? So like when it comes to the professional presenting, we are using less animations. Okay, let's go to the other slide. You can see in here characteristics for sole proprietorship. You can see the characteristics: no legal personality, not mandated register, unlimited liability, like, right? Advantages you can see in here. She explained everything in detail. Okay, let's go to the other slide. Then you can see the disadvantages also in here. She explained the things, right? Let's go to the other slide. Then you can see what is the term called unlimited liability. Yes, let's go to the other slide. Good. Then you can see liability and the legal personality separately. She mentioned the definitions, and in a sole proprietorship, liability is unlimited, no legal person, right? Very good. So let's move on. Yeah. So I think then after that, registration process, as I can remember, yes. So she discussed about the registration process, the within 14 days of the commencement, and I think this chart I gave in the tutorial, right? So as it is, she included, right? Let's go to the other slide. The steps, you can see the steps to follow: provide NIC, and we are filling the applications. Likewise, everything you can see. Let's go to the other slide. Then you can see the advantages of registration, the sole proprietorship. Okay, yes, of course. Then the end part is really good. Pink Panther. Right. So overall, it's a nice presentation. The way you presented is really good. And what I want to tell you, few things I want to point out. Okay, it's okay. Parent or can, yeah, it's okay. You can, right? So now what I want to tell you, when it comes to the presentation, you exceeded the time. Understand, right? More than the accepted time. I think when you are presenting, you need to in line with the time, and better you could avoid using many animations, and you included many things in the presentations. I think I heard many things other than the textbooks, and everything you covered, it's really good. And when it comes to the presentation slides, yeah, like there are many things with some pictures, it's okay, but better if you can include like few things with the anime, like a simple background. Understand, then it's the things are really understandable, and we can and we can have a clear idea about the things. Okay, overall very good. I appreciate your effort. Give a clap. Well done. Right? Okay, now let's move to the other one. Right, then let's go to Pasan. I think Pasan will present next week, right? Pasan, are you there? Sasrika and Pasan will present next week, right? Okay, then I think I gave Amavi time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I gave the topic companies, right?
Yes, sir. Incorporated companies.
Yeah, you can start this video. Yeah, you can start.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here today. The topic I'd like to discuss is incorporated companies. First of all, let's start with the agenda. As the first topic, we have to get an introduction to incorporated companies. As the second topic, we have to discuss the types of incorporated companies, the features, registering process, and the responsibilities of a board of directors. At number 11 to the incorporated companies, the differences between corporated and incorporated companies, and the structure of these companies, and finally about the Sri Lankan incorporated companies. As our first topic, let's get a brief idea about incorporated companies. An incorporated company is a legal entity that is separate from its owners or shareholders. This means the company is treated like an individual in the eyes of the law. It can own property, enter into contracts, and even be taxed independently. As our second topic, let's discuss about the types of incorporated companies. Mainly, there are four types of incorporated companies, such as professional corporations, non-profit corporations, private limited companies, and finally, public limited companies. And next, we are going to discuss about the key features of incorporated companies. As shown in here, you can see the disadvantages and advantages of incorporated companies. In the advantages side, we can see limited liability. This means the liability of shareholders of an incorporated company are limited to the amount of capital they have invested in the company. And next, the legal personality. The company is considered as a legal person in the presence of law, can raise more capital, continued existence, and managed by a board of directors are also some advantages of an incorporated company. Now let's move on to the disadvantages side. greater level of legal provisions. This means conducting, operating, and winding up of a company are comparatively higher. Profits and ownerships are shared. Double taxation are also some disadvantages of incorporated companies. Next, let's discuss how to register an incorporated company. Registering an incorporated company involves several steps which may vary depending on country or region. First, preparation of articles of incorporation. Next, appoint directors and officers. After that, determine shareholders. Now, register with authorities. Finally, you can obtain license and permits. As our fifth topic, we have some responsibilities of board of directors in an incorporated company. A board of directors is a board made by different shareholders that invest to the business. Oversight, strategic planning, decision making, compliance, and governance are some responsibilities of a board of directors. Next, we have to pay our attention to a special topic, the Act number relevant to the incorporated companies. In Sri Lanka, the Act number relevant to the incorporated companies is Companies Act number 7 of 2007. It covers aspects such as rules for directors, shareholders and meetings, requirements for maintaining and submitting financial records, definitions and regulations for private, public and guarantee companies. Now we can discuss some differences between corporated and incorporated companies. Corporated companies are formed to promote economics and social welfare of members, but the incorporated companies are formed to generate profits for shareholders. The incorporated companies are owned by shareholders who invest capital. The corporated companies are owned by members who actively use its service. In incorporated companies, the profit shared among members based on their participation or use of the society's service. But the incorporated company's profits are distributed as dividends to shareholders. Before the final topic, we have to get a clear idea about the structure of an incorporated company. As I told you before, the management of an incorporated company is done by a board of directors. Managers, CEOs, administration and finance manager, HR manager are also some parties associated with incorporated companies. Finally, we will discuss about some Sri Lankan incorporated companies. Alumex PLC, Cargill, Heladiv, Sri Lankan Catering, and there are large incorporated companies such as Haley. Also, this company has 15 members in its board of directors. So, I hope you have got a clear idea about incorporated companies. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Have a pleasant day. I am Mamavi Parindya signing off.
Right. Okay. Well done. Really nice. Give a clap. Right. So well done. Superb. And let's start with the beginning. Right. I'll give the comments. Right. So let's start with the beginning. Now I gave the topics about incorporated companies. The presentation outline is nice because though like there are some pictures, it didn't harm for the content. Clear. So it's okay. It's really nice. Let's go to the other thing. Now you can see the content regarding the incorporated companies. Okay, let's the presentation outline. You can see legal entities separate from owners and shareholders. That is the term called incorporated companies. Good. Let's go to the other slide. Then you can see the types of public limited, private limited, but the other things are not in Sri Lankan definition. I think it's from another source you have extracted from Google. In Sri Lanka, we use according to the incorporated, private limited, public limited, offshore, and the foreign company. These are the four categories, right? Let's go to the other slide. right? So you can see the advantages and disadvantages. Unlimited liability, having legal personality can raise more capital, and she discuss other things as well. And disadvantages are greater level of legal provisions, double taxations, profit and ownership are shared. This double taxation is much advanced to you, not in a O level, A level, it's in the university level, right? Okay, let's go to the other one. Then you can see the registration part. You can see this is in addition to the textbook. I think this is you discussing A levels. Articles of association. There's something called. It's okay. You heard something new, right? Other than the textbook, right? So then you can see uh, appoint directors and officers, shareholders, register with authorities, obtain license and permits, right? Okay. Let's go to the other slide. Then you can see responsibility of the board of directors. You know, among shareholders, they elect director board, in the managers and the employees. What are the responsibilities of the director board? You can see, right? Okay, let's go to the other slide. Then you can see the act relevant for the incorporated companies, Companies Act number 7 of 2007. Though it's only one act, there are many provisions than the sole proprietorship and partnership, right? Okay, let's go to the other slide. You can see the differences between cooperated companies and incorporated. You can see, but it's not in the syllabus, but I think addition to the textbook, better you could differentiate the differences between private limited and the public limited. Understand, right? So okay, let's go to the other slide. Then you can see the structure, the board of directors, right? So first of all, we can identify the shareholders. In the board of directors, the CEO, manager, and the other thing governed by the board of directors. You can see some Sri Lankan companies, Alumex, Cargill, Heladiva, Sri Lankan catering. Likewise, you can see some examples, right? So for incorporated company, really good. Let's go to the other slide. Okay, really nice. Overall, it's a nice presentation. You explain much things in the thing, in the tech with regard to the incorporated companies, but better if you can define, like use many things, right? Not only the things in the like you discuss about many things in addition, but better you can define about the differences between private limited and the public limited as well. And the other than that, better you use some more techniques, right? It's okay, but you exceed the time, right? So you discuss more than 5 minutes, and I think did you refer some note? I mean, like you looked at a book, or you just independently told the thing?
No, sir. Some point I refer from the
All
book.
right, it's okay, but when you're presenting, you need to don't see anything, right? Okay. And the other thing, like you discuss about advantages, disadvantages, and many more things. But I expected better if you could define about the differences between private limited and public. I gave in the class, right? But overall, I appreciate effort, and the way you presented is right. Give a clap, right? Well done. Okay. So
Thank
right,
you.
okay. I think all done, right? All of you done. I think some students didn't do the presentation. It's really bad, huh? So overall, I think many absentees are there. I'll catch them. නැත්තම් කියන්න ඕනේ, right? ආව නැති අය ඉන්නවා, කරගන්න බැරි වෙච්ච අය හිටියා කියලා කිව්වා. ඒත් අවුලක් නැහැ. කොහොම හරි next week I'll give the time. කාට හරි topic එකක් හම්බුනේ නැත්තම් කරන්න ආස නම් කියන්න. මම ඔයාලට time එක දෙන්නම් next week. කරන්න. ඒකට හේතුව ඇයි presentations කරන්න කියන, දැන් ඔය presentations කරපු හැමෝටම තමන් කරපු part එක exam ඉවරනකම් අමතක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මං කියන එක තේරෙනවද? ඒකට හේතුව ඔයා තනියම independently හොයලා දේවල් කරලා සමහරට ඔයා I think sometimes you wasted more than 12 hours to present it. Am I clear? Right? Sometimes you sacrificed nearly 10 hours, 12 hours for the preparation, for the finding things and many things. It's the thing because you independently done things. දැන් ඔය ගොඩක් university වල දෙන්නේ assignments කරන්න තනියෙන්. ඇයි exams වලට වඩා. එතකොට එයා ඒ ගැන හොයලා ඒ ගැන genius වෙනවා. මං කියන එක right? ඒකයි කියන්නේ, right? If you need a topic, send me a message, then I'll design you the topics. Overall, I heard new things and many more important things, right? So most of you guys discuss the things other than the textbook. Overall, so I heard everyone done a great job, right? So if you need the time, I'll give you the next time. Tuesday you can discuss the things, right? Okay, give a clap again. Well done, everyone. So it's more than the expected things, right? Expected level. So this Thursday, I'm going to continue the business organization chapter. I think we are in the discussion of, we finished the incorporated companies. We need to discuss about the cooperative societies and the associations. And if the time permits, next Tuesday, I'm going to continue the things relevant to the theory class, right? Let's see. I'll explain it in the Thursday class. Let's meet on Thursday. Thank you for the participation. Good night. God bless. Bye.
අයිබෝන් සර්.
Okay, bye.
Good night.